the attributes I have, the skill set I have, the youth is on my side. So it's my job just go in there, you use all of that again.
The 4 years layoff on boxing, like, it's good for my body because I've been in boxing since I was 12 years old. When I was 12 years old, then continuous, non-stop. So good for me, for my body to rest.
And the warrior that Manny is, he's gonna be like, because I love to fight and I want to fight the best.
OscarDeLaHoya recently visited Manny Pacquiao during training for his upcoming fight with Mario Barrios. He trained alongside Manny and praised him, calling him a true warrior. Oscar said this is why Pacquiao is returning, because he still has the fire, skill, and drive to compete against today's top fighters.
I wish him all the best.
Quadra, I love him.
Can you do it?
Quadra?
Can he do it? Absolutely. Manny Pacquiao's
Oscar needs.
He's a legend.
Some nice ones. Thank you.
He's a legend. I think he can do it. Absolutely. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but I think he can do it. Yeah.
According to OscarDeLaHoya, Pacquiao looks strong and focused, even at his age. He says Manny's hard training and serious attitude prove he's not just coming back for fun. Oscar believes Pacquiao's return will surprise people and remind everyone why he's considered a boxing legend.
Here's what OscarDeLaHoya would ask Manny Pacquiao if he got the chance to interview him.
I would ask a simple question. And please, Manny, tell me the truth. Why? That's it. That's it. Why? Why are you coming back? And the warrior that Manny is, he's gonna be like, because I love to fight and I want to fight the best. And I've been watching boring fights and I want to come back and give a show against Barrios, who's a world champion. That's a true legend for you.
For a fighter like Pacquiao, the love for boxing never really goes away. Even though he stepped away from the spotlight, his desire to return to the ring has only grown. He feels he still has the skills and strength to compete. His age might raise questions, but his speed and punching power are still there, showing that determination and talent don't always fade with time.
I'm coming back because, like I said, boxing is always my passion, and I miss boxing for how many years? All years I stopped boxing. I always thinking boxing, and even my house I have a boxing ring, boxing gym, and I always work out every day, like playing basketball, playing badminton. So I really love exercise and I really miss boxing.
Manny's return isn't only about one match, it looks like part of a bigger plan. He's focusing on Mario Barrios first, but he's open to more fights later. He's not rushing. Instead, he's taking one fight at a time with care. This shows his respect for the sport and the fighters he may face next.
Manny, when you beat Barrios, what's next? Are you going to fight Ryan Garcia, Haney, Lopez, Gervonta Davis? Are you ready to go through these fights?
One at a time.
But you want those guys?
We'll see. We'll see. I always, I cannot say after this, like I'm going to fight like that, but one at a time. After the fight, we can see, we can talk.
OscarDeLaHoya shared memories of fighting Pacquiao and admitted just how strong Manny was. He said Pacquiao kept coming at him nonstop, leaving him with no chance to fight back. Manny's speed and sharp punches were overwhelming. Oscar's words proved just how powerful and skilled Pacquiao truly is.
It actually took a very tough beating to get me out of the sport.
Like Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. I mean, he beat the hell out of me. Manny Pacquiao would be right in front of me. He would, after hitting me 15 times, and then I would be ready to hit him, and he would be wide open, and I couldn't pull the trigger. I just couldn't pull the trigger. I wouldn't have loved to fight Pacquiao again because he kicked my ass. Sorry. But yeah, there were many fighters out there who I would have loved to fight 2 or 3 times.
You know what? So you had enough of Pacquiao is what you're saying.
Oh, trust me. Right when I walked into the ring, I had enough of Pacquiao.
You thought that when you got in the ring?
Oh, well, Rich, this documentary, my gosh, it's sad too at the end because it shows the whole Pacquiao situation. I was getting beat up in training camp when preparing for Pacquiao. So I knew that was the end already for me because Pacquiao was just coming up.
Yeah.
Pacquiao was like the star in the making. But what really screwed up my whole training for that fight was I started drinking heavy during training camp, and nobody knew. Oh yeah. I mean, it gets so I was literally a dead man walking into the ring.
When they fought, Oscar was naturally bigger and had to drop a lot of weight to meet Pacquiao in the ring. That shows how much effort it takes to prepare for high-level fights. Even though Pacquiao was the smaller man, he used his quickness, skill, and strength to beat the size difference, proving once again that size isn't everything.
It's like, why are you gonna fight Pacquiao? First of all, he's younger than you, he's faster, he's strong. I had to lose, instead of gain weight, I had to lose like 10 pounds to fight in his weight class, and that drained my body at my age. So I literally was like a walking zombie when I walked into the ring. I was out of it. I lost so much weight. I was like, I lost a lot of muscle, and it was one of those moments where my pride got the best of me, you know?
Yeah.
In the first round, after I sat down in the corner, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, here we go. Like, I have to take like 12 rounds of this, you know, until like the 9th round, my corner called it and said, that's it. He's punishing you too much. Like, I never received that much punishment in my life. And they were like, I think my brother or somebody just said, you know what, that's it. That's all.
Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's longtime coach, was unsure at first about letting Manny fight Oscar due to the size difference. He thought it might not be safe or fair. But in the end, Manny's performance stunned everyone and proved Freddie wrong. Freddie now sees that Manny's talent can break through doubts and challenges.
His country did try to stop that fight from happening.
Why?
Because the weight difference.
Oh, they were concerned his safety.
Yeah. But the reason that fight happened is because when I was training Oscar, his 106 pounder was training at the same gym as us, Calderon. Calderon gives him a beating. Oscar, I said, what's wrong? He says, well, you know, he's small and he's a southpaw and he's really quick, Freddie. So then Bob Arum had just called me up and asked me if we wanted to fight Oscar with Pacquiao. And I said, no, he's too big. And I hung the phone up. And about 2 a.m, I'm thinking about the fight in the sparring with the little guy who's a southpaw and really fast, like MannyPacquiao. And I said, 2 o'clock in the morning, I picked the phone up and I called Bob Arum. I said, Bob, make that fight happen. He says, you sure? I says, 100%, yes.
Just based off that sparring session.
Mario Barrios is confident heading into the fight. He thinks his youth gives him the edge in energy and quickness, which could make a big difference. Young fighters like him often want to prove they belong by testing themselves against legends. His attitude shows the classic fight between experience and youth.
Oh, you're 30, he's 46, hasn't fought in 4 years. Like, in your mind, how do you see the fight going? How are you going to beat Manny, or what do you see yourself doing to him?
Yeah, I just had to use, all of that, like the, as busy as I've been in my career, the attributes I have, the skill set I have, the youth is on my side. So it's my job just go in there, use all of that again, and just make sure, I still walk out holding that title.
Manny's training camp is planned carefully and runs like clockwork. His workouts mix skill building drills with strength and stamina training. Every session has a goal. Pacquiao is serious about coming back in top shape and wants to show he can still fight at a high level.
Now going with the experience of being a sparring mate with MannyPacquiao, what was the biggest lesson that you learned?
Taught me like what a world-class training camp looks like. I had to be at Manny's house at 5:30 a.m. because he'll go run at 6 a.m. Then we'll be in the gym at 12 p.m. Then he'll go to church in the evening. Like even that, I'm like, oh, like he adds church to his training camp. That's insane. I would have never thought, I got to like work with my idol. Imagine like whoever you look up to right now, like the person you look up to the most in this world, and then you end up working for 3 straight years. I remember like having breakfast with him. I was like, damn, he's fucking sitting right there. That's crazy. Like it would still cross my head, insane.
Sean Porter, a respected voice in boxing, gave rare details about sparring with Pacquiao. He said, Manny trains with such intensity that no cameras are allowed. The private footage he does shows Pacquiao hitting hard and training like he's still in his prime. It's no wonder many boxers still admire him behind closed doors.
You don't hold your phone up and sparring. You don't bring a camera in to sparring. Guess what? We got footage of me and Manny sparring. We got footage of me and MannyPacquiao sparring.
Leak it.
Yeah. But it was understood. My dad said, I want me and my son to have this. And he and Freddie made an understanding. You can hold it, but I don't want anybody to ever see this, Ken. And nobody has ever seen a sparring session between me and MannyPacquiao. It's just a code of ethics. I hate that they broke that code. Everybody in sport and boxing know the code. Tighten up.
MannyPacquiao, I saw some footage or some images online where you were sparring him, and I've got to be honest, you gave him a very clean dig, and not many people can actually say they've landed good clean punches on Manny Pacquiao. He's a super fighter, very, very quick. What was it like to share the ring, even though it was only sparring, sharing the ring with Manny Pacquiao?
I mean, it was a blessing. Like, Manny Pacquiao himself is a legend. You know what I mean? Manny's a legend in boxing. And to be honest, I don't think I was, well, I know, I wasn't shell-shocked the first time we sparred. It was like I had something to prove.
Even with global fame, Pacquiao stays grounded. He always thanks his fans and remembers when he started out. Just a kid with a hard-to-pronounce name. His story reminds everyone that staying humble is part of what made him a hero to millions.
I'm excited because I remember when my first fight here in America is in MGM against Ledwaba. That's June 23, 2001.
They couldn't pronounce your name, and now everybody knows your name. How does that feel? You have been holding 4 decades in boxing with everybody knowing your name. How does it feel to know that?
I'm happy. I'm thankful to the fans, also to God, because without God, I am nothing.
Amen.
I cannot accomplish all these things in life without the guidance and strength of God. So all glory to my God that I'm serving.
Mike Tyson doesn't hold back his praise for Pacquiao. He calls him sensational and respects how much heart and fire Manny brings to the ring. Tyson says Manny's fearless fighting style is what makes him stand out even among boxing's greatest champions.
Which contemporary fighter do you most enjoy watching right now?
Out of the big time fighters now?
Yeah.
Pacquiao looks sensational as that fight. Oh, it's sensational. No fighter, and you as my witness as any expert, no fighter looks more sensational than the Pacquiao looked the other night. No fighter, name a fighter looked more sensational than Manny Pacquiao did the night he fought.
Let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
All right, hey, listen. Then that shows that you're a neophyte in boxing. You know nothing about boxing.
Well, excuse me?
No.
What? I ain't hear you, Mike. What you say?
They don't know much about boxing.
It's a little uncomfortable up here.
No one said who was better. I said there's nobody in boxing that fighting that looks sensational.
Sensational.
The way that Pacquiao did against Rios.
In other words,
videos of Pacquiao's training have shocked viewers. At an age where most slow down, Manny moves with amazing speed and sharpness. His fast hands, slick footwork, and strong combos make him look like he's still in his prime. It's clear he's trained hard to stay ready for war.
Hey, Fred's looking for a hug over here. Fred's looking for a hug. Fred, you know Fred?
Yeah, I'm still early.
He looks familiar.
Never too early for you.
Back to work again. Keep me off the street. There's Raising Cane's poster, boy. Fred, keep me off social media.
Pacquiao talks about his past losses calmly, focusing more on what he learned than what went wrong. His calm and confident attitude shows that he's not returning for pride, but because he truly loves boxing. Analyst Ryan Campbell spoke about the comeback, admitting age is a concern, but also saying fighters like George Foreman proved anything is possible. If Pacquiao fights smart, his return could be remembered as one of boxing's great stories.
Retirement to face 29-year-old Mario Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship on July 19th in Las Vegas. That's according to an ESPN report. Pacquiao last fought in 2021 when he lost to Yordenis Ugas. Barrios won the WBC welterweight title from Ugas in 2023. His last fight was a split decision against Abel Ramos on the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson undercard in November. Pacquiao career record 62-8-2 with 39 knockouts. Barrios 29-2-1. And for more, welcome in CBS Sports combat analyst Brian Campbell. Manny Pacquiao, the first and only 8-division world champion. He'll be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame next month. And then in July, BC is going to come out of retirement. Why now?
By the way, between those two dates, I believe he has an election coming up for a Senate position in the Philippines. So we always know that Manny is a busy man. He gets after it. He also dares to be great. And this is wild news. Look, in the boxing underground rumor mill, this had been floating around for a couple months. We just didn't know if it was going to be for real. Was Manny really going to commit to not just coming back after 4 years away, after just one fight in the last 6 years at age 46, but to come back directly into a title fight against a young, in his prime, active champion, Mario Barrios? It's interesting theater, to say the least. It's a pay-per-view main event, reportedly for July 19th. And we know Manny Pacquiao has always brought big business, but now he's going to bring it in more of the late career George Foreman type of way to etch himself into that record book even further. Can Manny do it? I mean, look, the odds are certainly against him, but there's one thing about certain legends in this game. Think Bernard Hopkins, who fought into a very late age. Some of them, as long as they can physically get themselves into that ring, sometimes they can reproduce magic for one night. So it's a romantic situation. I got cats walking around.
Yep.
People are excited to see the Pac-Man back. You just got to kind of figure out, is this for real? Is he going to be for real? Or are we going to send him into a physical, violent retirement?
Trainer Justin Fortune compared Pacquiao to Michael Jordan, both legends who dominated for years. He said Manny's strong habits and clear focus have kept him sharp, even though he's older. Pacquiao still trains like a champ. That's why people still see him as a real threat.
His age, yeah, I mean, but, you know, it's not, listen, he's 45, 46. He live in jail. 45, 46, but he's not. He's always active. He's always staying active. He's always doing something, mostly playing basketball, some sort of sport. I'm retired, so no, not really.
When Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor, he said, "I'm not surprised." So Manny could say that after he beats Barrios, that he wasn't surprised that he's supposed to win.
Well, what they, well, yeah, Diaz beat. I mean, different Diaz. You know, I like Diaz.
He's funny.
He fucking will fight.
Yeah, fight anyone.
He'll fight anybody. No, it's, you know, it's just it's a fight. No, it'd be, you know, for him to win that at 45, 46, yeah, it's a big thing. But then, you know, he hasn't taken any damage. Foreman came back, won titles in his 40s, and someone at the heavyweights. It's a bit different, but
most people thought Pacquiao had fully retired, but new info shows he's been staying active with private matches and exhibitions. These hidden fights helped him stay sharp. This comeback wasn't a sudden idea, it's something he's been preparing for with quiet dedication and love for the sport.
A bite, a overhand right. Stop it! Welcome to K9 Boxing. And it's yours truly, Cornelius K9 Bundridge, the oldest world champion in junior history. And Manny Pacquiao is looking to step back in the ring, y'all, against BoxingNews, July the 19th. If I'm not mistaken, it's July 19th. And I give Manny Pacquiao a good chance at winning. Because, you know, a lot of people say, well, he's been inactive, he's older. Man, but he throw punches. He has a lot of experience. And his last fight was an exhibition, which still was a fight and still kept him sharp, punching, doing something. So it ain't like he just ain't been in the ring, ain't did nothing. Yeah, he been working. It's like them underground boxing matches are real fights, and they keep you off bold. You know, Emmanuel Stewart used to do a lot of exhibitions for his guys to get them sharp, to get them prepared for a fight if they hadn't fought in a minute, just to have them fight sharp. What up, Keith? Yeah, just to have them fight sharp, so if they got in the ring and they hadn't fought in a minute, it won't seem like it. It'd be like it seemed like they just recently fought. Yeah, so, you know, it's a lot of stuff you can do to make yourself relevant, sharp, can have you right, ready for a fight. Yeah. My young dogs, Kevin, Kyrie, and Tadell, you know, the Hawk, the dogs, they fought to a draw